that. Front 7 rush. Front 7 rush. Yeah, we that. Front 7 rush. 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 What's front 7 rush? Front 7 rush. Go get it. Front 7 rush. 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 It's time to make these players recognize this our season, y'all. When they cross the line, off the top they hitting brick walls. We've been playing hard this whole game, but we bout to rush. Now it should be about that time the second guess the beating us. Front 7, that's a fact, and we ain't giving you slack. Beating on my chest after knocking down your quarterback. You ain't know, you're playing with some real defenders. Form tight, stance right, organized killers. All defense all the time, we don't finish last. When it's said and done, you'll hear it on the podcast. Front 7 rush, they'll have a lot to say. It was fun, but we got more games to play.
Conquerors, Warriors, welcome into another edition of the Front 7 Rush Show. I'm your man, Vincent Ingram. Got my superstar producer, big time Bijan Kelley. I'd like to start off by apologizing for our tardiness. We trying to get it together, but we had some technical difficulty. So just bear with us. We're going to jump right into the show here in just a second. Hey. You on, man?
Can you hear me now?
I got you. Yeah.
All right.
So, without hesitation, we're going to get right on into the show since we run a little bit behind. Bodine, what's up? The lovely, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. The patience. You guys are awesome. Super awesome, matter of fact. But we want to get right on into it. Let's talk a little bit about this Buffalo shooting, man. 18-year-old white fellow goes into a supermarket and shoots it up. I mean, damn. He actually looked up the zip code to see if it was mostly blacks in that zip code, BJ, before he went and did his thing.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now, I've been hearing a lot of bits and pieces about the situation. Like, supposedly he went online first and said he was going to do it. And then went and did it. I mean, I think they kind of brushed him off like maybe, they didn't believe him. And the guy went in there and, from my understanding, killed 10 people, wounded several. White fella, 18 years old, repping white supremacy. I mean, just hate, man. Just straight up racist hate. Innocent people, older people. And what's a trip about this whole thing is, BJ, since then, they got other threats from different individuals talking about they're going to shoot up the school, they're going to shoot up this supermarket, they're going to do this, they're going to do that.
So he just inspired even more.
Oh, my goodness, man. I mean, the world we in, Bodine, man, is absolutely bananas. It's bananas, man. It's bananas. I mean, I guess back in the day, hell, at least we knew that the white folks, you know what I'm saying, back in the times where they just, it be hot outside, they can't, ain't nothing going on, ain't no parties or nothing. I mean, they just, would go hang black people. You know what I mean? At least we knew then, at least they knew then that they would come.
At least if you saw someone white come into the store, you'd be like, oh, okay, and everybody would probably be paying attention. Versus now, they probably wouldn't pay him no mind, and
right,
because they're not. I mean, like you said, what you knew back then, right? They were louder. They voiced themselves.
I mean, they knew it. They once they bust in the store, it'd be about 4 or 5 of them, in them boots and with the pant leg tucked in, with the 6 shooters on the side. You knew they were coming for some trouble. Right. And you flee. You know what I mean? You immediately flee. But nowadays, Urban, you don't even know. I mean, you just keep on shopping, man, and trying the grapes out in the produce section. Next thing you know, this cat go to shoot, man. It's bananas, dude. It's banana. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. And one of your big deal topics, BJ. Of course, they jumped right on the mental illness deal with the guy, mentally ill.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, not in this case. I've never seen someone mentally ill research, threaten, be so specific. Uh, and then on
Right.
top of that, I heard, or yeah, actually, because I haven't seen it myself, but I heard from a credible source that his parents went on air or somehow some publication to say that they believed, oh, he's not racist, he's not this way. It was just COVID affecting him. Like
Oh,
it
are
was,
you kidding me, man? Are you freaking kidding me right now?
that's what they try to pull. Try to pull that he was so afraid of catching COVID and it affected him mentally. It's kind of going towards like the mental or like some condition he could have gotten from everything that's happened. It's like I don't know what condition besides racism makes you racist.
Hate, yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, hate, man. I mean, so they saying this dude has got a mental block or he's suffering from some physically to make him go in and pull off these heinous acts.
Yeah, his parents specifically said whatever it is caused by COVID. That's what they're saying.
God
It's
damn. Now they
mainly his
want to
mom.
blame this shit on COVID. I mean, I'll be damn. That damn COVID boy. COVID get a bad name, man. I'm telling
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh
I
yes, it
mean,
does.
since COVID, we ain't got no cancer victims, heart attacks, high blood pressure, strokes, none of that. It's all COVID.
Hmm.
Now, COVID is making folks go in the supermarket and kill 10 people. I be damn. I be damn. The lovely jump right in this propaganda, BJ, to create fear amongst the people. What people you talking about? The lovely. What up, Sam? The lovely say they trying to start a race war in America. Who the hell is they, man?
They, they,
They.
they, they hiding behind dark shadows and closed doors.
Man.
But I mean, I believe no for sure. There could be a couple days, but I mean, they like you said, Vince. You said it indirectly, but they need to show themselves. They need to,
I mean, I guess they are, they sticking their head out the sand, like this guy, 18 years old, BJ. 18 years old, man.
So
Damn.
what were they supposed to do with that threat? Were they supposed to like I know he put out this threat and you can investigate him for some time or whatever, but if he doesn't do anything during that time, I mean he's still free. So what do we do when people make threats like that?
I guess you just really, really, really got to take heed to it, man. Since he did what he did, the other threats that's been made, they have in certain areas shut schools down and stuff like that. Just not knowing, but they at least took the precaution where we're gonna shut the school down. Because it was a couple of threats come in after this dude did this here, and saying some cats were saying they were gonna go shoot up the school in some black neighborhoods, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I mean, they at least took that step and shut the schools down. But what can we? I don't know, man. I don't know. And then they said it was a guy there that was a retired, cop or whatever, and he ended up getting killed. So he probably 70, 80 years old, man, out there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But they said, BJ, this dude come in there, man, with army fatigues on, dog, and a vest on. What the hell he get a vest at 18? Off Amazon?
He had to have gotten it online. Well, yeah, because isn't bulletproof vest, isn't that illegal for anyone but like army and police?
Man, I wouldn't even know where to get no bulletproof vest at
Yeah. Probably
Herb.
online. Probably
Damn.
online.
But of course, they blame they jump it on the social media deal, saying these social media companies they have to do a better job at I don't know, not influencing these people, man, because they're targeting some social media companies. I don't know which ones, but I know he was on what is that, BJ? We used to be on Discord.
Discord, yeah,
Yeah,
Discord. That's definitely a place where groups can come together and talk. Then you got Facebook groups, of course. You have like Telegram. You have lots of different places, yeah, where people could collect together and have their kind of private conversation amongst us, a select group of members.
right. So he's on, I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is to this crap, man. Sammy said, unfortunately, he'll have a lot of lawyers lined up to defend his coward ass. Yeah, he will. I mean, he will. I mean, I don't see him getting out of this, though, B. But, I mean, they'll be lined up just to do it, man, to get their little old Johnny Cochran moment, Christopher
Have
Darden
you
moment or something.
have you seen him? I have yet to actually see the dude.
Yeah, they seen a picture of him, man. White guy, black hair, regular white boy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
Xavier said white parents will make every excuse for their terrorist son. I might need to read her shit first. Look at Associated Press. He's described as a white teenager. AP described M. Brown as a black man. The media should take some kind of accountability. Democrats will use this to get black votes and will not do anything to help us. Yes, I understand we need a House and Senate majority, but nothing has really changed. A holiday for uh, Texas slavers' freedom. What is that, Juneteenth? And the E.T.L. bill. I don't know all that shit, them damn abbreviations, man. The
I think
love
FOH means F out of here.
FOH, man. Where your glasses at?
Yeah, FOH, F out of here. Like the F word.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not up on that all that hip hop slang, man.
The
The lover said you
holiday.
have men in jail that are on YouTube and Instagram saying that they are giving them COVID shots in jail and prison that are making them more aggressive. Have you heard that, BJ?
COVID shots in jail and prison that are making them more aggressive. Hmm.
No, you ain't heard that.
No. I don't know what she's talking about. Is she trying to say COVID or is she trying to say like I don't know what is cove? But yeah,
I
no.
think she's saying
No.
COVID, man. She said COVID at the next one.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
Wake up, little bro. Wake
Uh,
up.
I don't really know. I mean, I've had a headache, but I don't really know what that is. Why would a shot make you more aggressive?
I
I
don't know.
guess
Steroids do. So it might be something got a little link of steroid in it.
I guess I'm trying too hard to understand what the lovely is talking about here. I would have to just research it, but that's definitely worthy of her conspiracies.
Yeah.
so so we appreciate that. You told us about something new that we did not know about.
We didn't know. Some of us now we got some homework. Shit. Uh Sam said he tried to message us a video, try to send it to us. It was very sad. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was a blank. That's what I was also looking at. It's blank, Sammy. What you tried forwarding, it was just the title of the video for some reason. I don't see it. Maybe it was deleted.
Oh yeah, what did you say? Buffalo. But yeah, I
Oh,
didn't.
oh wait. He watched the video of the actual massacre. I hope that's not the video he's trying to send. No wonder it's not working. Of course it got deleted.
Yeah, he was trying. I guess he got it early. I don't know how he got it early. How you get it early, bro? Damn. You must gotta be on a
He,
list to get it that early. You know what I mean?
yeah, the email list. He
Or
he
something.
got the newsletter.
Xavier said, just like Kyle Rittenhouse, the white supremacists will pay for his attorney and bail if he gets bail. You see him getting bail, BJ?
I don't see him getting bail. If they
I
give him
hope not.
bail, that's another riot.
Yeah,
That's another riot. If like
yeah.
it's just the truth. It's just the truth. You think they won't have a riot if the government gives him bail? Like the heck no. That's just another riot. I've never been a part of a riot. I don't condone them, but that sounds like 1+1 = 2, right?
Equals riot. 1+1 equals riot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's crazy, man. Look, man. I mean, all we wanna, all definitely make sure we pray for these families. Uh, man, and all the victims, man. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It is crazy, man. Uh, it's sad. It's crazy, man. And this world is, like I said, BJ. Back in slavery time, at least they knew. Not at
Mhm.
least, but they knew when the cavalry was gonna come get somebody or come mess with them or something.
Right.
Now you don't even know. Sam, you can be in the grocery store, man, and the dude can come in, while you looking at the ground meat. I know y'all, you like, watching, making sure you get the right pound of ground meat. You could be looking at your ground meat and trying to find you a good sale. Next thing you know, here comes somebody in army fatigue with a AK spraying. So it's damn near, it's horrible, man. It's
See,
horrible.
and the worst part is, I guarantee you, he's never had to experience in his life. Of course, a gunman coming around him, but I guarantee he's never had to experience a moment in his life uh, where he was put in a position to be that afraid of someone, you know,
Mm,
that hates you and is coming after you,
no,
and you and your kind,
right.
and singling you out just because of the type of person you are. And it's just imagine how he may think differently if he had gone through something
Mm,
like that,
right,
had gone through some adversity.
right. He 18 years old, little bro. He ain't been through nothing, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just some cats are just followers, man. They're born to be followers. They're born to be influenced by other people, no matter good or bad. That's just what they're born to do. So this dude is just, whether they want to blame it on social media and what he's saying on social media, whether they want to blame it on Trump, whoever, whatever they want to blame it on, this dude was just influenced by somebody else, man. Whether it been his daddy, his uncle, his whoever. It's just sad, man. It's despicable that you can be trained to hate like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, we don't get too much energy off our condolences. Pray for the families and the victims, man, and I hope justice get prevails. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So hey, man. The guy Kevin Samuels, right?
Right.
Let's talk about this for a minute, BJ. The guy died a couple of weeks ago, a couple of weekends ago, maybe. And you kind of, I wasn't didn't watch his show or nothing like that, but I heard about the guy, and pretty much, just to give a quick overview, he was a
Image consultant.
yeah, YouTube guy, and he was very controversial when it came to women,
Hmm.
particularly black women. And
And how and particularly how they thought they looked versus what they may actually be perceived by the men that they're going after.
right, and in his mind, BJ, he was
Yeah.
brutally honest from whatever his perspective was, whatever he
Right.
thought the truth was. He was brutally honest with his delivery, man. And one would argue somewhat disrespectful or whatever. But this is who the guy was. And from my understanding, he started off trying to teach men, call himself teaching men how to be these type of guys, upstanding, suave, top-notch guys. And in my opinion, apparently that wasn't making him enough money. So he started attacking women and telling them what based off how you look, or your background or your history, what you can achieve when it comes to men, right? Mm-hmm. And from my understanding, made that a pretty lucrative business. Okay. Yeah. I just want to say this before we get off into the meat and potatoes of this, that the dude actually made a pretty good living off of these women that he was disrespecting. So let that sink in for a minute. Okay. Now, these same women that he's disrespecting and he's talking down to and he's running through the mud was actually his top consumer.
Top.
You feel me? So, I mean, that's one talk show by itself. Now, and I don't blame nobody but these ladies who was watching his show, subscribing to his show, so on and so forth, whether it be. But I mean, one thing that he did was brilliant. He took what he knew to be controversial, and he gained out of that. He just picked a fight with them. Most can't just back down and just turn the channel. They got to come back and prove their point. That is a sad situation, man. When you think about it, just think about that. You understand what I'm saying? I know Sammy understand what I'm saying. BJ, you look a little lost. Let me say it again. When you can navigate people to back and forth with you and pay you to back and forth with you, that is pretty brilliant on his part, and it's pretty despicable on the consumer's part. That's just like you going in and saying you hate this particular soap makes you itch when you use it.
And you keep using it.
But
it's interesting. It just reminds me of all the different companies that may sell a product that's not so good for people, like fast food or something, Yes, but there's something that they get something out of it, They have trust or something. Like, he built up this reputation, this trust that he's selling, that I know what I'm talking about, and all these men agree with me, you see. And not that he necessarily said that, but I mean, you can read comments and you can see, and these women, they would go back and have conversations with men around them, and I'm sure we've all ended up in a Kevin Samuels type of conversation where women are like, "You agree with him?" and men, most of the time say, "Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. You should listen to him."
Yeah.
So that's a real interesting place to be.
Ain't that something, man?
Paying somebody to tell you about yourself.
To not just tell you about yourself, but to humiliate you, to embarrass you, to disrespect you.
Right.
Bruh, that you really have to look in the mirror and say, what the hell am I doing? Right?
I don't know. I mean, if you believe what he's saying, then he's just giving you the hard truth. But if you don't, then I mean,
these women didn't believe what he would. I mean, they didn't agree with him, but they would pay him to go back and forth with him, bro.
Some did, not a lot. Some I agree, majority didn't, but there were some that were like,
if they watched the show, even if they didn't
Yeah, yeah. If they
subscribe
watched
and
it,
they was watching his show, then you contributed to his business.
100%.
That is crazy to me, man. That is crazy to me. But anyway, I just had to say that because that blows my mind. Blows my freaking mind. Um, but now since the guy passed away, man, you got a lot of apparently the media is saying there's a lot of women that's celebrating this guy's death, man, which is very, very tacky. I'm sorry. Even if he was an a-hole, that's tacky to now be
Yeah,
celebrating this guy's death. Because I mean, when somebody die, it affects more than just the person that has passed away. 'Cause now they got
he had a
family that's
family.
grieving, and he may got kids that's grieving. He may got a mom that's grieving, the sisters, brothers,
Yeah,
whatever. And you coming on social media and celebrating this guy's death. Um, One in particular, Vivica Fox.
mm,
So yeah, so apparently, I guess back in the day, he had a little back and forth with Vivica Fox, and so now she's came out, man, and was in is saying, a lot of times you get karma, and it comes in different forms, and I mean,
mm.
yeah, man, yeah,
Well, I guess it depends on how she how she went at it. If she's a real big believer in karma, then hey, she's just talking about her beliefs. But it sounds like is that what we're doing today? Like
mm,
someone passes away and we're like that's what they deserve.
right,
That's is
right,
that is that oh, but it's not like he was a killer, a raper,
none of that,
none of that. He
yeah.
he just had a big mouth.
He just had a big
So
mouth,
so
and
that's what we're doing. Oh,
he's
oh, I'm
he
glad
spoke.
that mouth is shut up. Like what?
Right, right,
Right.
right.
That's
That's pretty despicable, ain't it?
it's a bit much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's despicable, man. So
Because you
yeah,
could have just closed your ears.
BJ, nobody forced none of these women, man, to tune into this guy's channel, man.
Yeah.
Nobody,
Yeah.
nobody. They did that because that's what they wanted to do. Whether it be
Hmm.
Salmon, whether it been him baiting them in and pulling them in this turmoil, it still was up to them to
Yeah.
press enter, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't myself remember seeing any Kevin Samuels advertisements. I don't remember seeing him just push, push, push. But even then, because I'm just giving a little leeway. But
Right.
that's a tiny bit. Even if he was on your explore page or your recommended or whatever, you still didn't have to click on it. You still knew who it was. Um,
Exactly.
so it's just man, celebrating somebody's
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
Anybody that cheered or got a drink and drank to it, because I know there's some out there.
Mhm.
Y'all, if y'all believe in heaven and hell, you know where you're going. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Man, you actually had some women talking about they throwing a party. Yeah.
hell,
Yeah. I'm throwing a party. Yeah.
hell,
Like I said, Vivica Fox hit it with that whole this is karma thing. Da 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 da. Da. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Xavier said he admitted that he did not get much when he critiqued men, but once he went on women, he blew up. Yeah, he reminds her of Candace Owens. Something he said I agree with, but the rest I did not, and definitely not just subscribe to their page. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, BJ, all this stuff is about money, man. And so he wasn't making no money with this whole I'm finna upgrade men thing. Men wasn't tuning in to him. I didn't know who the guy was
yeah,
until he started bashing women. And then
same.
somebody told me, you know what I'm saying? I still didn't. And then after that, after I heard a little bit of the guy, I was like, man, this dude's horrible. I mean, just the way he man, anybody that's got a mama, a
Mhm.
sister, a woman, a wife, anything like that, man, you would be like, man, this dude horrible, man.
Yeah,
This dude
yeah.
horrible.
From that perspective, that's not the way he would talk to his mom. That's for sure. And if someone was talking to his mom, he's not gonna be sitting there nodding his head like, "Hey, mom, he's right." You
Mm-mm.
know,
Mm-mm. Or at least I hope not.
right? That's ooh,
Right?
ooh.
I hope
But
not, man.
still not worthy to be, for his death to be celebrated.
Nah, nothing. I mean, you shouldn't wish death on, you know what I mean? Somebody like that anyway. You
Not
know, you
someone
shouldn't.
like that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that you can't celebrate just somebody really really bad going away. Because there's a lot of suffering that goes away, like Hitler. But he's
Yeah.
no Hitler. He's nowhere near that.
Nah, man. Nah. Nowhere.
In fact,
Like you said, BJ, he dude ain't kill nobody. He just
exactly.
had a big mouth.
Yeah.
He just had a big mouth, man. And Sammy said, we all have choices. If a person does not agree with the thoughts or words of another person, you can simply not watch, turn the channel. It's that simple. That's all I'm saying, B.
It's that
That's
simple.
all I'm saying, man. I mean, but it just amazes me how his number one consumer was the ones who hated him the most. I mean, when I just say that out loud, man, it makes me smile because that's brilliant. Because I'm a business guy, so that makes me that trips me out, man. How the people that hated him the most, those are the ones who paid him. That's crazy.
Really worked out. Really worked out that way.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You really have to, when you that type of person, you have to check yourself, man. You have to look in the mirror and you got to check yourself, man. I mean, BJ, I don't even watch these these reality shows, these, like you've heard me say it before, these basketball wives, these Atlanta housewives, when they just
Hmm.
be sitting there and they just be, just making themselves look just so low class, man. I don't watch
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
don't watch that crap, man. I hate seeing that. I hate seeing it. And it's all for money, man.
All
It's
for
all for
money.
money.
Yep.
It's all for money.
Especially loving hip hop stuff like that. All those reality shows, yeah. Oh, so one thing I will say about Kevin Samuels, you may now maybe women or a lot of women didn't pay attention to this. I believe this is a fact. Uh, Kevin Samuels was actually a sweet person. Did you notice that?
No, I don't know the guy that well, man.
No, 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 no. I'm saying from his videos. He was actually a sweet person from his videos.
What are you trying to say? Because I feel like you something else. I
No,
mean,
I'm not trying
explain
to say
yourself.
anything but that. He was sweet. He was actually so okay. I guess I gotta explain it because it sounds off the wall.
To
Like, how is
me,
someone
man.
disrespectful sweet? Um, so he had an opinion,
Right.
and when he would start the conversation with the woman, before a woman would come in and and get a little confrontational with him, a little, of course she didn't like what he said or something. Before that, the way he came off was very, very, look, it's just not gonna happen that way. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the truth, and like he was actually like very much like that. But then, as the whatever meeting he was in, as
Mm.
that continued, he would get more and more. So a lot of these videos are from like not the beginning, but like after he's already kind of hyped up and
Oh,
and
so he's
he's
already
and
got
he's
turned up
talking.
a bit. Okay.
Exactly, exactly. Now,
Yeah.
now I know women are gonna be like, "What?" But it's true. He didn't just come out the gate just like. I agree. I agree. His opinion is a little hard to swallow if it's directed at you, but he wasn't just an asshole like from the jump. It was just
it was his delivery, BJ. Some of
yeah,
his
for
stuff,
sure.
man, he said, I mean, he had a point, but his delivery was horrible, man. You know what I mean? Um, most of the stuff he said was crap, man. But some of the stuff, you know, um, like I mean, a lot of men don't care about how much money they want to make. A lot of established men really don't care. I mean, they happy that you're doing something that you enjoy doing for a living.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, if that guy's established, he really don't care. I mean, it really doesn't move him how much money you make because
Yeah,
it just
you're
don't.
right.
I don't know. I don't know why, but it just don't. I mean,
Yeah.
he respects the accomplishment, but like he told Nicki Minaj, when you got a husband, you just a regular woman. You're not a celebrity to
Mm-hmm.
him. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? He not looking at you like you Nicki Minaj. He's looking at you like whatever Nicki Minaj's name is. So, um,
And then
but
there are the few, and I will say few just off of what I've observed. There are the few that want a more accomplished or celebrity style woman, but I think what you're talking about is the majority. Majority of men just want a woman that they like.
especially especially established men, man, they just don't move them like that. You know what I mean? But the dude's delivery was so bad, man. But he did that, BJ. I think he was playing a character, man. I think at the end of the day, that really wasn't him. And I don't know. I don't know the cat at all. But if you got a mom and, like I said, a sister and a love and a wife or a gal or whatever, you really not like that, man, because nobody was standing to be around you. But I think he had to play a part for the money.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he would have actually the way that these meetings and stuff started. That I could actually hear him talking to his mom and daughter that way. Like the way
Yeah.
he would start off. But when they, of course, they'd come back with a little backlash, and I'm guessing he. I don't know. Either he, was either turning it up for the show partially, and maybe
Yeah.
also he's one of those people that is like, well, you don't want to listen. You're being hard headed. He talked like that a little bit. Like,
Hmm.
so he probably had a short wick, and I think then, bam, he had his clips right there. Those 10-minute, 30-minute
Hmm.
clips of just
Yeah.
like when he's just hype. You know,
And that's what made him brunt money.
yeah,
Not only made him money, and it's bananas, man. That's what made him money, and that's what brought more women in, which brought more money in. When he had those little, you too fat, da da da, you 5 foot five, and you 185, 190 pounds. No man wants you, da 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 da. And you got women on the sideline, they never tune into the show saying, oh, wait a minute,
yeah,
let me call this dude. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's bananas, man. It's bananas. How he baited and the old bait and switch, man. It's bananas. Uh Vicky said, yes, very sad to celebrate someone's death, but to say he could not make money bashing or critique men, but got famous off disrespecting women is sad. It's very sad. And like I said, those people need to check themselves in the mirror. Men
yeah,
then would not go. Men don't go back and forth with nobody like that. Some
yeah.
men don't, but he couldn't make no money with men, so
He banked off of insecurity for sure. None of the
exactly.
women, none of the women that called in were the type of woman that he would be like, oh yeah, a high value, whatever you called it, a high value man wants you. They were all matching his description of what a high value man doesn't want. There's
Mhm.
all of all a bunch of insecure people that were just feeding into it.
And that's everything he said, and they had to come on to prove you're wrong. They had to come on. They just
Yeah.
instead of just saying to themselves, that dude ain't. I mean, because they feel like that's not the truth. So But I mean, he just
they want to
fed
hear it
off.
from him. They want to hear
Yeah,
it from him.
he fed off of that. So the lovely says she agreed with 75% of what he talked about. That's coming from a woman. Vicky said the women who watched him or listened only wanted him to see their point of view, not realizing they were increasing his rating. They cannot not realize it. I mean, when you tune
They
in,
were.
yeah. I mean, but they were so wanting to. It was more important for them to try to get their point across versus
Right.
not putting more money in this dude's pocket that
Right.
they just threw caution to the wind. And that's I mean,
Right.
you know, man, and it's pure emotion, man. And I always say you got to learn how to control your emotions. He worked off of their emotions, man. He
Have you
got them.
ever? Yeah, he did work off their emotions. Have you ever paid someone to try to change their mind?
Hell no, man. That's bananas, and that's what he did. Say that again, BJ.
Have you ever paid someone to try to change their mind?
They paid him to try to change this dude's mind based off of their point of view, man. Over and over, and paid him handsomely, man. This dude, from my understanding, ended up in $1 million club. That's just sad, man. It's just sad. It's sad. You know, whomever is in that umbrella, man, you need to really check yourself and be like, damn, you're right. I was paying this guy for the abuse. Xavier said those high-rated black women shows are all the same. Lace wigs, umbrella lashes, fake boobs and butts, brand name, super expensive clothes, shoes and jewelry, a lot of makeup, drama, alcohol, some startup business. Most seems to be single. Yeah.
Damn.
The lovely said women started a petition on YouTube to take him off the air, and then he changed his tune and went back to telling men what they need to do for a woman. Yeah, but hell, at that point, he was already a millionaire.
Yeah, really.
Already a millionaire, man. Sam said women are emotional creatures, man. Yeah, this dude played on their emotions, man. He played on their emotions, Sam, and made him rich until he died. Unfortunately.
And I'll say this: he really did play it. He played it the right way. He wasn't just making YouTube videos. No, he was having private shows where these people would come in and he would go live and they would pay to get like their submission answered, and it was men and women, and he just recorded it and put out the ones where he was talking to women, which became majority of the people coming to him. So it's not like he was just dialing up women and or dialing down on his responses to men. It's that's literally how his business was going. And so I mean, yeah, of course he chose the ones where he was responding to women to post, but he is answering men. You just have to actually watch the actual show, because the actual show wasn't on YouTube. The actual show was hosted live somewhere else in like Zoom or something.
Damn. Whew. Hey man, look. Anyway, like me and BJ saying, man, do not celebrate, ladies. That's tacky. Like BJ said, it's not gonna get you anywhere good celebrating anybody's death. So just count your losses. Say a prayer for the guy. That's the being a bigger person. Say a prayer for the guy, and let the dude rest, man. Let the dude rest. It's just something to talk about. That's it. BJ, did you get the video that I sent you, man? I sent you a video on Messenger, bro.
Let me see if I got it.
Damn, man, I sent it to you. I didn't send it in the front seven rush deal. I sent it to you. Uh, so I
Oh,
don't
she
know if
came
you
in
know
a
who.
show looking for a new man. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
I don't know if you know who Kendra G is.
No.
Um,
Mm-mm.
but she does a single show. Um, she's pretty she's gotten pretty popular herself. She does a
Mm.
single show, and she allows men and women to get on her show, and she just asked them, what do you do for a living, how many kids you have, what type of woman you looking for, or what type of man are you looking for, just different things like that. And she
Right.
talks to different people, and then she allows people to, at that point, to it's open for those people to get in their DMs or whatever,
Right.
right? And so the other day, she was on, and she had a young lady that tuned in, and she chose this young lady, and she was saying, can you go to another room where it's a little more light? I can't. You kind of dark. I can't. We can't hardly see you. Can you go somewhere with a little more light? So the girl was like real vague, man. She was like, no, no, I can't do that. And she was like, oh, okay, you can't go nowhere. And she was like, no, no, I can't do that. And Kendra was like, okay, okay. Well, she started asking the question. Well, let's just move on. What type of dude you want? Just somebody. Da, 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 da. So anyway, BJ, long story short, the girl was still married. Okay. Not only was she still married, she still lived with her husband. Not only did she still live with her husband, but the dude was in the other room with the kids. So
Whew.
that's why she couldn't go to another room. And she was in another room on Kendra G show looking for another guy.
That's rough. That's tough.
Hey
Jeez.
man, first of all, let me just say this, man. Which Kendra addressed it, man, brilliantly. She was like, listen, are you in any kind of danger? I mean, because that's what I was thinking.
Right.
I'm like, damn, is she being this dude jumping on her? What's going on? Kendra was like, look, are you in any kind of danger? If so, you need to hang up from me and dial 911.
Right.
And the girl was like, no, no, ain't none of that. And
She's like, I'm very safe. Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah,
He ain't
yeah,
gonna do
no,
nothing.
no, ain't none of that. So Kendra was like, she kept going. She was like, well, listen, mom, I'll tell you, this is so disrespectful that I'm not even going to put this out on my show. She was like, I mean, how are you inviting other guys to get in your DM and you got a husband right there in the next room? The girl was like, yeah, but we going through a divorce and da da da. She said, basically, Kendra was like, well, you need to get that squared away first.
Hmm.
Sammy, what the hell kind of frogger knuckle bull jive is that, man? You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, man, that's the stuff, man, to get you, that get you OJ. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Yeah. And it's popular now. How did so she didn't put it out? How did it get out?
No, Kendra actually, it was like her show is live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she
Yeah.
was telling us, she's
Yeah.
like, he gonna probably see this.
Oh yeah. The husband. Oh, he's gonna see it now. Oh,
And the
it's gonna.
girl was
Oh,
like,
whew,
okay. Yeah,
just
man.
shrugging.
Mhm.
Jeez. Jeez.
Man, that was such a trip, and it was very uncomfortable. I could tell, but Kendra,
Hmm. She wasn't talking bad
BJ,
about her husband, was she?
no, she wasn't talking bad about him at all. She was just saying that it was pretty much over. She got an attorney, and this, that, and the other. But she
At
was trying
least.
to get on the show to find somebody else, and she ain't got this dude out the house.
Or she's not out the house.
She's not out the house. Yeah. So, I just wondered, did you see it? I sent it to you. Um, that was just a sad deal, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not how you do it.
No.
That's not how you do it.
No. Mm-mm.
I mean, these guys these days, man, BJ, and a lot of ladies, man, they'll feel like they know somebody and be like, nah, he ain't like that. He ain't like that. He ain't aggressive like that. Man, let me tell you something. When a dude think that another dude is creeping in his territory, man, bro, it'll bring something out of him that change his character all the way around. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? That's just how men are, man. It is not a whole lot that rattle them, but when you
territorial.
very, very territorial, man. Very territorial. And so it's a sad deal, man. It's sad that young lady wasn't aware or didn't think that was a big deal.
Yeah, that's I do think she should have probably had her priorities straight. You know, she has a husband, has kids, and they're going through a divorce. So maybe, like you said, or like Kendra said, get that worked out, because there's more that's important there than finding the next. Because there's billions of nexts out there.
Right.
So that can wait a little bit.
Yeah. It's and not only that, BJ, when you do stuff like that, man, men and women, when you don't have your previous stuff resolved and you try to bring somebody else new into it, man, that's not cool. Because now you bringing baggage, drama, maybe harm to this new person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you don't know what type of you don't know what you can bring out that old person, that old female, that old young lady, or that old guy. They may see you walking, sitting in Starbucks with you new or somebody that's potentially new, and roll up on you, man, like with a army fatigues on. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just you.
It could happen.
Yeah. I mean, it happen on cheaters all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Dudes be like, women be like, what the hell? No, he told me I ain't know he was married. And the dude got the camera in his face and it's on. The lovely said at the end of the day, women would pay anything to understand men. I think she's back on the Kevin Samuel deal.
Whoa, is that true? That's something to look into someday.
I guess so, but I mean, from Kevin Samuel perspective, really, you ain't getting no understanding from that cat. I mean, you getting dirt, you getting dog. Once he asks you your measurements,
yeah,
oh, I'm 5'4". How much you weigh? This is what he was doing, BJ. How tall are you? I'm 5'4". How much you weigh? About 185, 190. He was like, oh no, you too fat. That was him, dude.
That was him. Oh, and him. if you are over 35, don't have kids, you're used goods or something like that.
He called it.
Or if you do have too many kids, you have like one or more kids, then you're also not eligible.
And you know what's sad about that? He didn't do his perspective based on an older guy. Or did he? Did he base his stuff on an older guy and just said all older guys want young gals? Because that's not true. So it was just a lot of things he said, man, that just wasn't accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of older cats don't want young gals. They're not stimulated like a seasoned lady. You know what I'm saying? Or a lady who has been through some things or know more, you know what I mean? Or
Right.
you know, more mature lady. You know, a lot of older guys don't want no little old, you know, no little girl. You know, they want a grown woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but I think he based on his analysis all on most successful men want younger women. That's not true. That's not true. That is not true. Um, but anyway, so Sammy said, Vince, that female has nuts the size of watermelons. He said he watched it in disbelief. He has no words to describe the disrespect. Yeah,
Hope she don't. She ain't gonna find a man that way.
yeah, man. That was she didn't have no respect for her husband. None.
Yeah,
But
none,
what
none.
and she was very nonchalant when Kendra was asking her, like, "Boo, is he in the other room? You okay?" Yeah, I'm good. You could tell, BJ, that the dude was very, very passive.
Hmm.
You would think, just based off
Not
her
after
response.
this.
That's my point. But like I said earlier, when you push even the most passive guy, or you disrespect the most passive guy, man, I mean, you better watch Fargo. You know what I'm saying? This dude on Fargo, the little white cat, man, he was super passive. And he ended up hitting his lady in the head with a hammer just cause he just got fed up.
They don't let it out. So you push them over the edge. You're gonna let it out on you.
Man, you bag a dog up in the corner, man, enough times, eventually he gonna bite. I mean, I don't
Hmm.
care how passive the dude is. And I think that's kind of what she was riding on, is my husband just passive, late, you know, pushover type dude. But them hey man, them the first ones to snap.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Merlin said, would you have the same response if that was a man? Yeah. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
think so. I think so.
Hell yeah, man.
It has to
Yeah.
be the exact same situation though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yes, Merlin. This very same response. That's so disrespectful, man, to be, you know, out there like that. Yeah, I mean, damn. You know what I mean?
If it
You.
was any different, sorry, yeah. What were you saying?
No, I'm waiting on you. What's happening?
If it was any different, um, and I don't think I'd have a different response either way, whether it's male or female. But if this situation was any different, where she necessarily wasn't trying to be recorded or wasn't on this live broadcasted show, like, and she was just maybe talking to some friends or something or whatever, it's like, hey, that's a private conversation you're having. I mean, technically, it's like it doesn't exist. It just
Hmm.
got recorded. It wasn't supposed to. But she knew this was going to be public. So yeah, male or female, you're wrong. You are so wrong. Because this Kendra G lady, I'm sure she gets views on views on views, huh?
Yeah, she got millions of subscribers, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
even if she only got 10 views, like going live with this and just kind of that's pretty disrespectful, I think.
man, his homeboy might see this. His family gonna see this. You know, she was 38. She may even have kids that's gonna see this. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Hmm.
But I mean, yeah, though, Merle. I mean, you a guy, you pull some crap like that, man. I mean,
Hmm.
you despicable. You despicable, man. So
Despicable.
yeah. Uh Sammy said he feels sorry. He felt sorry for her and her husband. She used social media to search for a side piece.
Did he freeze? Or did I freeze? She used social media to search for a side piece. Shaking my head. Once her husband sees it, he will go ape-ish. Both of their siblings, parents, friends, and coworkers are gonna see the disrespect. It's sad and shameful. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Sammy. I would. Oh, hey, there you go, Vince.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I read out Sammy's
I heard you. I
comment.
can hear you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a trip, man. It's a trip. It's a trip. Hopefully that young lady is, because Kendra actually came on later and said something about, she said that girl DM'd her and maybe she was in some type of distress.
Oh, really?
I don't know, but I mean, on there she said she wasn't. But I think because how it looked, maybe she came on later and was
The,
like,
mm, mm. Oh, try to save face.
yeah,
Well, no,
yeah,
that doesn't work either because if you, why would you go on that show if what was his name? Tina Turner, Ike. If you got an Ike Turner in the other room, why are you going live?
yeah, yeah. I don't think she had an Ike Turner. I think she had a Will Smith in the other room, and she just felt like she could just do whatever.
Because that's boy man.
Yeah,
Ooh, that was a
yeah.
good one.
I'm slick with it, dog. I'm slick
Slick
with it,
Willie,
man. I'm slick
right?
with it, man. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. You know what I mean?
Woo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm true to this, baby.
Man,
Uh, so the love is still on Kevin Samuel. He said that he based his commentary on high value, mean that he was
oh
consulting.
man,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah.
that's what he said.
That's what he said. Sammy said social media has become an avenue for people to get attention and likes. Anyone who uses
Social
social
media.
media for attention is pretty shallow and lonely, in his opinion.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, that's BJ. I mean,
That's
B,
true.
that's you talking about a whole lot of people, man. You talking about a
That's
whole
true.
lot of people because there's a high percentage of people, BJ, that use social media for attention, man, and likes. You know?
I believe it. Even if they don't know, because you can be shallow and lonely and not know it. And I think that's a lot of people that what he's talking about here, using social media for attention and likes, like putting
Mhm.
all your business out there, and it's not like a Kevin Samuels, it's not like a 85 South show, it's not like you got a show, you're just out there to be out there. Like,
He's out there.
yeah, yeah,
You said earlier, you just got a big mouth,
that's not
man.
healthy. Yeah, big mouth. Yeah,
Making money off
it's,
having a big mouth.
for majority of people on social media, it's not healthy. You know.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, they actually trying to. I think eventually. What do you think, BJ? You think they're gonna try to police social media?
I don't want it to happen, but I think it's necessary to bring kind of the real world consequences into the online world. I mean, sure, I love the freedom of the digital space and everything, but that freedom's just gonna have to exist in private quarters because on the public forum,
Mm-hmm.
like which is literally now a public forum.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they used to use that term before, and it
Mm-hmm.
just meant and kind of public socially and off the internet because that term existed before internet, but now it's literally a public forum. I think it needs to be policed the same way that we are and held accountable outside in the real world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and if
Mm-hmm.
you want that freedom, same way in the real world, you just have to do it in private and have your own little groups or whatever, because you still have that. It's
Mm-hmm.
just I don't think you should be able to or should have so much freedom or access to put just toxic stuff in front of kids, in front of husbands, wives, families, just people in general, citizens. Like I don't think you should be able to
Mm-hmm.
you know spew all of that and hit the targets and audiences
Right.
uh, of so many different people.
Right. I totally agree, man. This coming from somebody who uses Facebook, man, for business. I mean, when we first started, like what Sammy is saying, social media should be used for entertaining purposes only. When Facebook first started, wasn't it about business? Wasn't it a business deal?
um
And people kind of
no,
turned to
actually,
social.
no, it
It
actually
didn't?
turned business. Yeah, it turned business. It
What?
started social. Yeah, it was the replacement for MySpace.
You sure, man? I mean, I know you're a
I'm
sharp
sure.
cat, but I think you might be off on this one, dog.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this much. It was a lot more professional because of the type of people and what people were posting at that time. They weren't so free, and they didn't have, like all these video features and all the things like the sharing capabilities we have now on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked more professional because people were kind of using it, just in a respectful way.
Right.
But yeah, it was still, families, friends, and then you have coworkers and everything. But it only really, like, it actually became more business. Like, but Facebook is so big, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Facebook is huge. So you
Yeah.
got a completely different side of it that's untouched by the other side. You got the business side, the personal family friend side. You got the video sharing, kind of like YouTube side. You got shorts. I mean, I don't know, you got a lot of different things. So it's hard to say.
Man, I mean, me personally, man, it's all been business for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I use it for
And and
business, man,
and
advertising.
that's the beauty of it. You can have that and only be in that world if you want to be
Mm,
on Facebook.
mm. Yeah. Well, look here, man. I mean, whatever your perspective is your perspective, man. So I mean, don't be a follower, be a leader. Don't do anything disrespectful. Or you just treat people the way you want to be treated. I mean, it's simple, man. Don't hate nobody. Love everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? And just live life, man. Life is too short for all of this foolishness, man. All this foogagery. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but yeah, man. Listen, Sammy, man. I appreciate the lovely. Uh, Vicky chimed in. Merlin. Uh, Bodine came in. We really appreciate it. We're trying to be more consistent. We're very busy right now, but we're making it happen the best way we can, and we really appreciate you guys for staying afloat with us. And I think the
Good.
content is great. The conversation is awesome. So y'all keep bringing it. We're gonna keep plugging. We're gonna keep bringing it, and we're gonna get better and better and bigger and bigger. And yeah, so BJ, you got something, man, before we chime out of here?
Um, do I have something? Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Just some positivity. Hey, everybody. We love you, and and we hope everything is going all right with all of y'all and in your personal lives. I know we can actually uh say this, versus other shows, because we actually have more of a personal connection with most of you, especially Vince. We really do hope that all of you are doing well recently, and if you're not, and you need somebody to talk to, you got Vince, you got me, and we're actually real, right? Right, Vince? We're actually real people that
I'm
that
real.
somewhat know these people,
Yeah.
and we're available. So Vince a little less available, but you may be more comfortable because you know him more. But I'm available. you know, I like talking.
Right on. Right on, right on. But listen, man, y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay cool. It's gonna be a hot weekend. And we'll catch up with y'all on Monday. Until then, we'll holla.
Peace.
BJ, I'm out.